Hi friends, I'm Rajnikant. Welcome you to my YouTube channel Sumant Digital English Tutorial Videos. Dear guys, today I have brought explanations with reference to the context for some passages of 12th class UP Board from the lesson Women's Education penned by Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. The first passage starts from you are living ... your work. This question was asked in 2018. Reference: these lines have been taken from the lesson Women's Education written by S. Radhakrishnan. This reference can be used with all the passages of this lesson. Now context. In this lesson, the author lays emphasis on the need of education for women in India. He advocates that drastic change should be brought about in the education pattern, especially for women. He wants that education should be according to the needs of present time. Now its explanation. In this passage, the author makes it clear that we are now living in an age which is much different from the previous age. Those were the ages when women were kept confined in the four walls of their houses. But now the women are free to come out of the houses and work in different fields of life, social, public and political. They have a lot of opportunities in these fields, but they should have discipline and controlled manners. They should be honest in their dealing. Only then they will get a success and pleasure. The second passage, it starts from actually in our country up to bitter. Reference can be used as we have written in the first passage. Now context. In this lesson, the author tells us about education, particularly about girls' education. In our country, the girls' education is not widespread, so we should encourage every institution which contributes in spreading the girls' education. Its explanation. In these lines, the author describes the types of education he wants. There are two essentials of good education: broad education and deep education. No doubt, the education given in our schools and colleges is very wide, but it's lacking in depth. We should not be satisfied only with the learning and skill. We should understand the purpose of our life. Without knowing the purpose, we shall be misguided, we shall do mistakes, and our life will be painful. Third passage, it starts from therefore it is essential up to for yourselves. Dear guys, this passage had been given in the exam 2013, 16 and 18 to be explained with reference to the context. Reference can be used as we had used in the previous two passages. Now its context. The author feels that our education is lacking in depth. We may become learned and skilled, but we do not have some kind of purpose in our life. Our lives may become blind and bitter. Now its explanation. To avoid bitterness and blindness in our life, it is necessary that the education which you gain in schools and colleges should not only add to your knowledge and technique, but should also provide you with a clearly defined purpose in life. As regards the purpose, you have to outline it yourself depending upon the needs of the present generation. Fourth passage. It is said that Vidya up to present generation. This passage was given to be explained with reference to the context in the year 2009, 2014 and 2016. Reference can be used as we had used in the earlier passages. Now its context. Here the author says that the real aim of education is to have a defined purpose of life. Education helps us in it by enabling us to decide what is right and helps to avoid what is wrong. Explanation. The author tells us that Vidya means knowledge, gives us wisdom and enables us to differentiate between right and wrong. So the author advises us to find out what is needed in us in the present generation. The world is very wide and is rapidly changing. So the purpose of life also changes in the changed condition. One particular purpose cannot hold good in all the times. So it is our duty to decide a purpose of life carefully, keeping in view the needs of the present generation. Education helps us a lot in this matter. Now fifth passage, it starts from compassion, daya is ... more than that. This passage was given to be explained in UP board in the year 2011 and 16. Context. Here the author tells us about one of the greatest qualities of human beings. For example, compassion. Compassion means pity, including sympathy and consideration of others. Now its explanation. The author says that compassion or pity is the natural quality of a woman. But it does not mean that men should not have pity. In fact, compassion is the quality of every human being. It is compassion which differentiates man from animal. Every one of us should be sympathetic for others. We should be considerate of joys and sorrows of our fellow beings. Pity, sympathy, and considerateness make a man civilized. So, we want to have a strong society. If we want to have a strong society, we should develop these qualities in ourselves. Passage 6. If you talk, extremely sorry. Passage 6 starts from when you talk, ... up to livelihood. This passage was given to be explained in UP board exam for 12th class students in the year 2013 and 18. Context. The author has highlighted the value of good women and educate mothers for a nation. Explanation. In these lines, the author is explaining the two of many purposes of education. The first purpose of education is to give as much theoretical knowledge to the students as we can. This is possible by teaching them science, history, and geography. The other purpose of education is to teach the people to gain applied and industrial ability to do jobs by themselves. This will enable them to earn a means of living. Now, 7th passage. But what is there? ... up to education. This passage had been given in the UP board exam in the year 2010, 16, 17 and 18. Reference can be written in the same way as we had written in earlier passages. Now, context. There are several aims of education. First is that education imparts us knowledge of the world in which we live. Science, history, geography and other subjects helps us in this field. Second aim of education is to develop technical skill so that man may earn his livelihood. Explanation. In these lines, the author says that these are not the real aims of knowledge. Only getting information and skill are the ordinary aims. The main aim of education is to enable a man to pass a nobler and higher life. To make a man successful in this world is to enable a man to enjoy permanent bliss of spiritual life. Passage 8. It begins from in the ancient times ... up to the subjection of women. Reference can be written in the way in which it had been written in the previous passages. Now, context. The author has told that the real aim of education should be to enable a man to pass a nobler and higher life. Here, the writer tells us about the education of women in ancient times. Explanation. In these lines, the author points out that in ancient times the women had equal rights to men in the field of education. They had the right to perform all religious ceremonies. They had the right to study Vedas and to chant Gayatri Mantra. Their status was not inferior to men in any way, but the ancient civilization began to decline and it affected the rights of women adversely. Now, ninth passage and last passage. After independence, ... up to their own context. The author is narrating the position and role of women in our country. In the ancient times, they occupied a valuable position, but in the time to follow, they became subdued. Its explanation. The writer says that India became free on account of the relentless efforts of Gandhiji. A welcome change has been brought out in the condition of women in our country. Women are now receiving their old heritage and regaining their valuable position. Dear guys, the explanation of 9 passages has been given in this video lecture. Hope you must have enjoyed this video lecture. Watch this video from top to toe, not once or twice, but again and again. Thanks for watching. Bye.